what's up everybody? So this is my second video, just kind of walking through what I'm learning about Eurorack and modular synthesis. And I mentioned in my first video that I'm new to this, I've been watching a lot of div kit videos, a lot of learning modular, reading a lot, reading articles on perfectcircuit.com, and just, trying to suck up all the information I can. I recently added to my ever-growing case here Pamela's new workout. And just kind of experimenting and trying to learn how this works. I put together a little patch that uses 3 of the outputs from Pamela's workout. So I'll just kind of explain how I have this all patched together here. So I'm using this Lifeforms SV1B. I'm using a couple oscillators out of there, as well as an oscillator out of I'm using the Trident oscillator, really 3 oscillators, 1 carrier and then 2 that are kind of modifiers. The way I'm using 3 outputs right now out of Pamela's new workout. So I kind of have one that is basically doing some modulation to the Trident, one of the terms that I've become familiar with recently is Euclidean rhythms. Never heard of this before. So I just kind of wanted to play around with it and see what that's all about. So I'm basically doing some modulation to one of the options in the oscillator. Let me turn this up, and I'm gonna unplug a couple of these so you can kind of hear it. So yeah, so it's just making it kind of doing this rhythm. Din, 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 din. I'm just applying it subtly, just using a Euclidean rhythm. Let me see, I can't remember exactly how I have this set up. Okay, so 8 steps and 5 triggers. Also on this, I'm using a triangle wave at 100 level, offset 22, width of 50, so it's just a regular triangle wave. And ×2 modifier. I should mention too that I'm using the clock out of my DAW, so I have the clock going into Pamela's workout as opposed to Pamela's workout, new workout, using an internal clock. It's using an external clock from my DAW. So yeah, so that's basically what I have going on there. So then I'm using, let me plug these back in. I'm using the second output to just create just a standard pulse. It's just, again, this one is ×2 as well, and it's just din, 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 din. That's pretty much it. Let me see what else I have going on there. So this one is also a triangle, 43 width, so it's a it's not quite a perfect triangle. Yeah, that's about it there. And so what that's doing is I'm using two oscillators on the SV1B. I'm using a blade oscillator and combining that with a saw oscillator. So what those are doing is they're both going into the quad VCA, and then I'm using this basically an LFO coming out of Pamela's new workout to just modify the amplitude, and so that's kind of what's creating the pulse here. Let me actually, hold on. That's not what I want to do. So that's just creating a simple pulse there. So then, yeah, so those are both then coming into this mixer. And I'm just adjusting the levels to get the mix that I want of those two sounds, of those two oscillators. So then the last thing I'm doing is I'm taking this third output here, which is, so the first two were multiplying by 2. This one is dividing by 4. And it is a gate. Yeah, just a 50% gate. And so that is being used, is being basically routed through maths to give it a longer rise and a short fall, and then that's being routed into this filter. So all 3 of the oscillators, the Trident oscillator and then the 2 oscillators out of this SV1B, are being routed through the filter, and that's kind of what's giving it this. The filter is opening, closing, opening, closing. And so the only other thing is I don't have any effects in my case here, so I'm just applying a reverb and a delay in my DAW. I'll turn those off so you can kind of hear what it sounds like without the effects. I'll turn the effects back on. Yeah, so that's about it. Just, you know, trying to learn every week. I've been picking up, you know, a new module every other week or so, and diving into it, playing around with it, learning how to patch and how to make use of this stuff. So, you know, leave some comments if you have any questions or if you have suggestions. That's it for this week.